On July 18th, I did the review for Crysis 2 on the Surface Pro 1. And here I'm actually going to use a very similar resolution just to be able to put it into perspective and see how better it actually plays on the Surface Pro 2 than it actually did on the Surface Pro 1. So I'm going to play it at 800 by 600 with all the settings as low as they get. You'll notice that it actually says that the settings are in high, but high is the lowest that actually Crysis 2 allows us to set to. You'll also notice that I'm actually playing it at DirectX 9 because you'll see that at DirectX 11 is disabled. The reason why is I don't think that it's worth the frame rate, and you're talking about a 10-inch screen 2 to 3 feet away from your face. So I honestly do not believe it's worth the frame rate hit to go to DirectX 11. So again, that's the reason I am not playing at DirectX 11. Here you'll notice one additional thing, like when you guys install it, it will might look different than how it actually looks on this video. And the reason why is because I actually have the letter boxes on the side, which means I have those black boxes on the side. That actually means that I'm maintaining aspect ratio. And the problem is the Microsoft driver itself, when it actually installs the Intel driver, it doesn't include the control panel, so I had to actually install the Intel driver to allow me to control the aspect ratio, which means that it will keep whatever the aspect ratio was originally. In this case, 800 by 600 is the 4:3 aspect ratio. But when you actually install the stock or the Microsoft version of the drivers, it doesn't include that. And it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not hard at all, but if you've never done it, it's a little convoluted. And we might discuss that on the chat window if needed. But anyway, so that's why it actually might look different for you guys, and it'll have that Hobbit effect while mine doesn't have that Hobbit effect. So I'm actually playing this at 800 by 600, like I said, with all the settings as low as it gets. You'll notice that when I actually did the Crysis 3 video, I actually said that the resolution was, that the frame rate was a lot worse on the Surface Pro 2 than on the Surface Pro 1, also for Crysis 2. I was wrong, and I apologize about that. Once you actually look at it a little bit deeper, you'll see that actually the frame rate stays between the high 20s and all the way to the 40s or 50s, but it usually will stay between the low 30s to mid 30s. And when you actually are comparing the different sections of actually the game on the Surface Pro 1, you'll see some very minor frame rate improvements on the Surface Pro 2, maybe 1 to 3 frames per second, all the way to very high to noticeable improvements anywhere between 5 and 10 frames per second. You'll notice that on the Surface Pro 1 video we didn't actually hit 40 frames per second or 50 frames per second, and here every once in a while we hit 40 and 50 frames per second, or even up to 60 frames per second. So you'll see that there is an improvement. It's not everywhere, it's not that noticeable, but since we're already at a decent enough frame rate for this type of device, it's not that noticeable either way. You could also play it at 1024 by 768, and your frame rate will go as low as high 20s to low 20s, depending on the level and what section of the level. It's not that often, but it can go down low. And you can even go crazy and try 720p, and it will actually play for the most part all right. But the frame rate every once in a while will go to the mid-teens, so I will not necessarily recommend playing it like that. The gameplay is actually good. It's a Crysis game, and it is what it is. It's not a bad game. Anyway, hopefully you guys like it. If not, let me know. Have a good one.
like they bailed before impact. Check the escape pods. We're looking for tissue samples, dead crew, anything like that.